Welcome, friends, to the Spiritualist. My name is Rebecca Meisel, and if this is your first time joining me, welcome. I am so excited to move into this amazing theme around Mercury Retrograde season and the eclipse, the solar eclipse that is coming in, and some pivotal messages and themes that we need to be aware of as we navigate this incredibly transformative time. So I want to share what has come through for me in channeling today and what has really been pivotal for us to know as a collective as we really take on these new life-changing circumstances. And that is really what Mercury Retrograde offers us, is this time of pause to really rethink and to really go inward to explore what is truly important for us now, what needs to shift, what needs to change, so we can really be moved forward in the direction that we really want life to go. And it's so beautiful to have this opportunity to slow down and to really do this introspective work. And that is very much what's coming forward for us. So when I sat down this morning to do this channeling, the first thing I heard was stay calm and move on. So this was this amazing first theme that was really coming through. So this is a time for peace in your life. This is the time to come home to yourself. Willingly choose this every single day. Set intentions to find harmony, balance, and gratitude in your life. This time is going to reveal what is standing in the way of that reality. Trust, all will be revealed soon to show you how to move forward in peace and in love. It is time to see what is best for you now. So choose wisely and see your worth. So this Mercury retrograde is really bringing forward this beautiful theme of peace, which a lot of times when we think of Mercury retrograde, that's probably the last thing that comes to our minds. Because a lot of us hear this very chaotic energy, and a lot of us have been in that chaos. A lot of us have been feeling that even on a collective and planetary scale, this very choppy, very aggressive energies that have been very present the past few years, that have made us really question life, And what's so beautiful, though, is we're really seeing this huge wave of this movement towards the divine feminine energy and learning how to love and accept ourselves and to create that daily environment of love as we create this new life, a new chapter. So what has been really coming through here is to find your way to peace once more in your life and really come to awareness. What is blocking that reality for me? What is making me feel chaotic? What is making me feel the opposite of peace? What is making me feel stressed or strung out? And to really have the awareness as we navigate this pivotal time and energetic time towards what that is specifically. So they're actually showing me like the pen and paper where we're listing things out and we're getting very specific. What are those details that we need to triple check, that we need to re-look at in our lives that are causing trepidation? So they're even showing me like very simple things that can cause a rise to come forward in us, like an aggressiveness that wants to come through, that like, that anger, that frustration. What are those irritants to you on a daily basis? What are those things that just feel like they give you the ick, or they give you this sense of annoyance? These are the things we need to be mindful of, and we need to start taking a new approach this week. So this is really pivotal as we move forward into Mercury retrograde over this 3-week period to really bring awareness. What is standing in the way of my peace? What is standing in the way of harmony and balance in my life and making me feel truly grateful for the experience I'm in? What is blocking that gratitude? What is blocking that positivity? Because they're showing a lot of us are needing to break free of this cage that perhaps many of us have put ourselves in, right? Maybe we have actually put ourselves in this restraining position where we are no longer free to really create that life of love. So what's really been coming through here is to see our worth, to choose respectively from that space of self-confidence. So what channeled next was, do not let illusions of yourself make you settle for less. Now, this was super cool because they're actually showing me the mind like a prison, and we are inside of that prison constantly. And so what might really come up as we navigate this Mercury retrograde is these illusions that are making us feel literally restrained in life, literally held back and in this space of imprisonment. So we need to break free. What are those illusions? What are those bars that are there? And what is making me not see my greatness? What is making me feel small or insignificant or incapable? And so they're really showing me that this is something we are going to be really swiftly moving through with grace, which is so amazing. They just show me the dove. So dove is very much that symbol of unconditional love and beauty and grace. It gives me that beautiful symbol of Christ consciousness is very much entwined with the dove. So when we think of Christ and the qualities of Christ and what he represented, those are the qualities that are now going to be very thoroughly applied and very much giving us this freedom. So how can we come to that unconditional love? How can we look at ourselves and others in this Christ-like way? Whether you believe in Christ or not, how can you put on the eyes of love? How can you be that energy and embody that energy? And what's so beautiful is they're giving me this example to share of this beautiful exercise that I recently found in this beautiful yoga video that I was doing. And at the end of the practice, it was like these beautiful affirmations. I will see only love today. I will speak only love today. And I will embody love today. And those three phrases were so powerful. At the end of that beautiful spiritual practice, it was like that set the tone for my day. It was like, yeah, I want to embody love today. I want to be in that space and really put that in the forefront of my mind. And it changed the whole course of my day. So they're really bringing this very strongly to the surface throughout this Mercury retrograde. Set those intentions that you're going to navigate this time full of love, that you are going to navigate this time no matter how chaotic it might get or how calm it might be, whatever the spectrum is for you, because we're all different in what we are required to experience. But regardless, we're going to put on this space of love. We're going to embody love no matter where we are. And to realize that we are so powerful with this. So what came through is we need to become extremely conscious of what we are saying yes to and what we are saying no to. So what we think becomes the reality, and your thoughts hold sway. Become aware of the power of your mind and do not let it hold power over your soul. Listen to the guidance of your heart, as it will never lead you astray. It's time to trust it and to rise into your fullest potential. To have the ability to say no to all that does not serve you and say yes to yourself. So once more, what is that illusion that is in place in our minds that's making us feel insignificant in life, that's making us feel like we deserve to be a doormat, that our needs don't matter? Okay, these are things that are really going to come into play where we are overextending, where we don't have proper boundaries in place in our lives. And to realize that it all comes back to our mindsets, and it all comes back to how we are thinking. And we have to remember the power of our thoughts. Okay, so throughout this intense energetic time, what are your daily thoughts? What are you daily putting out there into the world, out there into this universe? And in essence, what is that enforcing energetically into your own vibrational state? So what was really coming up was actually being aware of where that attention is, because where our attention is, that's where that energy is going to flow, right? So they're really saying throughout this time, it's very imperative that we become intentional with our manifestations, with how we are being, okay? So this state of being, this state of where we are right now in the present moment is most imperative. And they're just showing me how many of us are very forward thinking, and they're showing me the mind like miles ahead. Where it's like, this is where I live. I live in the future. That's what I'm manifesting. That's what I'm creating. And they're like, no. Come back to right now. My beautiful friend, the beauty of your life is right now. The love that's meant to be yours is here right now. And you have to learn how to embody it, to embrace it, to become it. Whatever it is you're desiring is showing you the lack within yourself that you are feeling right here, right now. So how can you meet that need? So what they're really bringing forward is create your vibration. Become incredibly intentional about what that vibration is, what your energy is in this present moment, because what you are is what you will manifest and what you will continue to attract into your life. So they're like, just because it's Mercury retrograde doesn't mean the world is stopped. It doesn't mean your manifestations have stopped. It doesn't mean that everything is stopped and halted. It just means we're becoming more intentional. We're becoming more aware and taking more of this leadership and empowering role in our lives. Because let's be honest, it's very easy to become victimized by the things we hear about certain planetary alignments or certain events that are happening in our world. It becomes very disempowering when we have this fear space that's constantly hammered into us, this narrative that, oh, things are going to go wrong, or, oh, things are going to be chaotic, or, oh, things are going to be this way. Get prepared, get buckled in. You know, when we hear these narratives, what is that doing to our mindsets? What is that actual underlying message? It's be afraid. A lot of that narrative is be afraid because things are going to shift. Well, guess what? Life is always shifting. Just because we're in this interesting time, it's time to shift that narrative. Okay, so what I'm really hearing is a lot of us need to take our power back. We need to take control of our narrative and the thoughts we are thinking and the energies we are feeding with our thoughts, okay? Because everything is energy. So they're really bringing awareness throughout this time. Take control. Where do you need to be more in your power? Where do you need to be more in your worth and value? Okay, so this is actually incredibly exciting. So even if we hear those stories, we're not giving our power to them. We're remaining in our grounded energy, our grounded space by going, I am immovable. No matter what happens and shifts around me, I'm going to be me, and I'm going to be secure in who I am. So what's really beautiful is we're learning to trust ourselves. We're learning to trust the guidance of our hearts as opposed to the external stories and the external noise that might come through the next few weeks. So what I'm really hearing is we need to become aware of that power. And I love how they said this. Become aware of the power of your mind and do not let it hold power over your soul. So once more, where have we given the authority to the mental energy? And where have we actually suppressed the innate wisdom of our hearts and of our souls? Where do we need to remember that we are so much more than a physical vessel in a 3D experience? Where do we need to remember that we are an absolute powerful soul and being here on earth experiencing this experience, and that once more we have way more power than we have been told, that we have realized. So where do we need to put that trust in ourselves and in our own power and authority? And where have we been giving that power away? To stress, to external circumstances, to relationships, to belief systems that are no longer supportive for you. So get prepared. It's a very exciting time. This is not to be feared. This is to empower us, right? So let's take that mindset forward as we continue through this reading. This information is to empower me. This information is helping me rise into my fullest potential, right? This is helping me realize that I have the ability to cut off things that don't serve me. And this is allowing me to give myself permission to say yes to myself. So this is one of my favorite sayings that I've been saying for a few years now is every time you say no, you say yes to yourself. Okay, so where does that mentality need to be more enforced? And how can we embody this vibration of self-love? Where can we embody this mentality that we will only see, we will only speak, and we will only be in this vibration of love? So moving from there, we have some really cool rapid themes of healing, which is so incredible. This always happens when we have these incredible events. It's to help us really snap back to reality and what it is we really need and what shifts and change is really needed, what timelines and what things have been extended past their due, right? So we're getting this reclamation of ourselves and this rapid healing. So accelerated motion, moving forward, health improving as we explore our dreams and feed the soul. Okay, this is so exciting. So we're navigating these transitions in our lives. Okay, now this is what really was coming through as well, is as we navigate these changes and navigate this shift in energy, and however that's coming through and occurring for you, it's helping us once more move forward, okay? Because a lot of times when we have events that happen, and this time might bring some significant life changes. It might bring awareness and clarity to where we've been stagnant and needed to make drastic change. And when we have that, it can actually be like a death experience where we have to mourn it because it's like, wow, this is going to change everything, or this is going to change life for me. And I have to grieve that former reality. I have to grieve that ending. So give yourself grace in this time frame to honor those endings, to honor the closed door, but to recognize that you are navigating this shift with grace, with ease, and it's absolutely possible to do when we keep at the forefront of our mind that this is a new beginning. When there is an ending, there is a new beginning that has begun. Whether we've seen it yet or not, it is happening and it is here. And this is what's so exciting about this Mercury retrograde is it's really bringing forward this accelerated motion, this accelerated healing, where we are going to be stepping into the fullness of ourselves, the fullness of our dreams, and learning how to claim them and say yes to them, right? So how do we want to enter this new chapter, right? We might not see this new chapter yet. We might have this literal eclipse where we're actually suspended in darkness for a time, right? So when we're in this period of darkness, what can we do? How do we navigate it? So one of the biggest things that was coming through is to trust in yourself and to positively reinforce yourself. You are your own best friend. This is what's got to be a reality now. No matter what is happening, I am going to be my cheerleader for life. I am going to see that I can trust myself and I can approve of myself and I can trust my intuition, right? So remember who you are when under stress, when under tension, when under challenge, when you are going through these pivotal shifts. Come back to yourself. Come back and honor the spirit within you. And come back to that space of recognition of your power. So once more, they keep showing me the soul and the body, where once again, it's like we're just not giving enough credit to our souls. We're not giving enough credit to the amazing spiritual and earthly beings we are and our capability. And they're showing me like the third eye where it's been blinded, where we've had a blindfold or a hand right over it. And it's been blocking us from seeing the truth about ourselves. It's been blocking us from seeing the reality of life that we could be living if we just believed it was possible. So once more, our belief systems are going to be playing a very key role throughout this time. And we might get illumination in this space of shadow where we have been believing the wrong things, where we have been believing narratives that have stripped us of our power, that have stripped us of living a love-based life, and not accepting who we are and not accepting our purpose and role that we've been here to play on this earthly planet. So what I'm really hearing is we're coming full circle. We're recognizing finally who we are, perhaps for the first time. And we're recognizing that we can trust the guidance that comes from the heart, that comes from the soul. How many times have we heard that the heart is treacherous? It's not to be trusted. How many times have we reinforced that story when we've been hurt? I can't trust my instincts. I can't trust my heart because I've been hurt in the past. I can't trust. Yes, you can. You absolutely must trust yourself, because who knows yourself better? Right? You are the only one who can make these decisions in your life. And it's time to make these decisions for yourself. Okay? Now, this brings up a whole other theme to this, which is all around decision making. Okay? We hear a lot about this when this time comes. It's like, don't make decisions. Don't be hasty. And that is true. That's exactly the guidance that came through. Pause, okay? Pause. Wait until you know, okay? But know you can trust yourself. When that guidance comes, you know it, all right? So remember that feeling that you have, because all of us get this feeling when we land on a clarity or truth. It's just amazing. We have this strong sense. We just know this is what's right to do. This is what's right for you. It resonates. And I don't feel like I'm taking a stretch here when I say you feel it in your body. I know for me, once I land on a clarity and on truth, my body responds. It's like, yes, this is the truth. This is what it is for me, right? So if you're not feeling that, if you haven't gained that understanding, that clarity, if things are feeling mucky and confusing and off, can you just surrender to it? Can you just allow yourself to be in the unknown and cultivate comfortability in that? Cultivate stability in that, because once more, we're coming home to ourselves. We're coming home to this space where we are home for ourselves. No matter what is happening around us, no matter what the storms are outside of our home, we are safe inside, right? So how can we be that amazing champion for ourselves in navigating the unknowns? And that will come up. There are going to be questions that we'll have, and maybe we're not going to get clarity right away. So how can we still be that best friend and show up for ourselves and comfort ourselves when we are navigating that time? So when it comes to decisions, we might feel like we want to make split decisions, that we want to be impulsive, that we want to jump on things. But I'm really hearing this is not the time. This is the time to pause until clarity comes. So what channeled was, remember what uncertainty means. Okay? What is that feeling that uncertainty gives you? Right? That's your cue to wait. If you don't have a hell yeah, then it might be a hell no. It might be time to just take a step back and wait. You will feel sure, right? Wait till you feel that in your body. Listen to how your body's feeling, right? Is it feeling expansive? Is it feeling joyous? Is it feeling excited? Is it feeling sure and certain and safe? Or is it feeling withdrawn? Is it feeling suppressed? Is it feeling anxious? Okay, these are things we have to start really implementing in these times, is awareness of our physical vessels, because they are incredibly intuitive. Our bodies are incredibly intuitive, and they're constantly sending us messages, but we have to be slow enough to listen. We have to slow down enough to hear those messages accurately. So what I'm really hearing is, with this healing that happens throughout these 3 weeks, it is going to really transcend to the physical, because not only will we be getting more clarity around what has been holding us back and holding us captive and what needs to shift, but we also are going to be bolstering our self-trust and self-care and really looking after our needs this next 3 weeks. This is teaching us to do that. Where do we need to take better care of ourselves? Through the toughness, through the challenges, through the dark and unknown. And where do we need to come back to our physical vessels and give them the credit and nurturing that they need? Okay? So what was really cool was, how can we allow ourselves to find encouragement and positivity and bliss even in times of unknown? So what was really coming through was, once again, learning how to be your own best friend, your cheerleader for life. So some beautiful things to think about, some food for thought, is putting on a positive podcast, putting on an audiobook that makes you feel light and happy and joyous and in a whole other world. Allowing yourself to take in uplifting material and media, and to really allow yourself to move into the power of positivity. So they were even showing me someone just sitting down and watching some funny YouTube videos or some animal videos that just warm your heart, that make you want to laugh, that make you want to feel good again. Because I'm seeing some of us will have some real shifts that will be a little bit challenging. And in those moments, remember to keep your power, right? Feel how you feel, absolutely. We got to feel the feelings. We got to be in those emotions. But we don't have to stay there, and we can consciously once more redirect those energies through the power of positivity. So they were saying, like, what are those simple daily tasks or little things that you can do to brighten this experience that can make it be beautiful for you and in the end be filled with gratitude, right? So what can you do throughout this incredible transformational time to be your best friend? What can you do to support yourself through this? What is it you need, right? We need to get very, very clear on what it is we need through this time and to embrace the change, right? So I love this first statement that we had: stay calm and move on. Because this is exactly what we're doing, my friends. We are moving on from the past. We're moving on from toxicities, from mindsets, from belief systems, from people and relationships, and all these different things that have kept us captive. This is all to help us break free so we can truly embody our amazing essence, our authentic essence, and step bravely out the other side. So I'm hearing overall this Mercury Retrograde season, this eclipse, is all to help us do that. It's all helping us create those changes that are necessary to really become the best versions of ourselves, the most loving versions of ourselves. So, my friends, you have got this. What has been coming up for you? How are you navigating this time? How has the first couple days been? Let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear from you. So in the meantime, sending you lots of love and light. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe or share this channel. This just ensures those messages get to where they need to go. And however you are supporting me, I really want to say thank you. Sending you all so much love. Have a beautiful and blessed week, friends. Bye.